Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paula's Soapbox Live. I'm here finally with a very talented brother-sister musical duo from London. Please welcome to the show Esme and Max Luck of The Luck.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. I'm glad that you guys were finally able to log on. That was
We're relieved over here in Alamo, California.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good to say hi finally. Without
Jerky movements and delays.
Faces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I freeze up at any moment, it's probably the internet. So
Sure. We got you.
So you guys have been involved in music in some way or another since you were kids. So do you come from a musical family?
Our grandmother was an opera singer, but not like a seriously famous big one. I think it was her passion. It definitely skipped a generation and got to us.
Mum and Dad aren't well, at least they haven't taken musical jobs or any careers with anything to do with music. They both had regular jobs in other areas, but nothing music related. So yeah, it's a bit random, but it's all good.
But they always encouraged us to do music, but also played music when we were younger, all the time. It was playing when they were cooking, when we had dinners, when we woke up in the morning, all day, in the car, everything. So,
So they gave you musical influences even though they weren't directly influenced by music, I guess is what you're saying.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so Max, I read that you were a head boy of the Queen's Choir. What is that exactly?
It's really cool, that's for sure.
It sounds cool.
It is cool.
You know what? It was basically what it is when you're young, your voice as a young boy is quite high. And what it means you can do is you can sing parts that you can't when you get older, when your voice breaks. And so I was actually a soprano at the time, and they wanted to have, there's a certain timbre to my voice, which is a very classic English timbre, and it fitted with exactly what the guy who was running the choir at the time wanted. And the deal is you sing for the Queen, for this particular choir, and then they pay your school fees. And I did it for three years. So basically the deal was I got to go to a really great school that we wouldn't have been able to afford to go to. But in return, I had to sing every Sunday and go to 4 or 5 hours of practices a week. So
that's not a bad deal, though. That is really cool.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. The funny thing is that we probably make more on the street now than in about 2 weeks than we would have done then. But whatever. But everything's relative, though. Actually.
But also, I think how old were you?
10.
As a 10-year-old kid to sing in front of the Queen at state events, it's probably quite a lot of pressure. So it was hard.
Yeah, it was okay though.
It was good.
It was good to do. Good to do. So that's what that was. It was me singing in a choir, which is obviously super cool.
Yeah, but for the Queen, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's legit. It's like it's one of those experiences that you get to have in your life, and you think to yourself, "Wow, this is pretty incredible." But as I say, at the time, you don't have any perspective because you're 10. So everything is scary. You have nightmares. The dark is scary. The dark is still scary now. But you think that there are monsters and ghosts and ghouls and goblins.
I still think there are goblins
and everything.
Under my bed.
And then you stand up in the church, and the church is quite. There's definitely the Church of England. I don't know about other churches, but you have these
it's concepts. Very impressive as well.
Yeah, of course, but there's a lot of pressure because you have to live up to certain, great behavior, and if you're skipping school ever, which I didn't do, then you might get into trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, it sounded really impressive, and I wondered if it was as impressive as it sounded, and yeah, it is. So
he's being
it's called playing it down. No, it's like
said by himself.
No, I mean it was good to do. Yeah. Let's talk about Esme though. She's way more interesting.
Well, this is actually a question for both of you. So how many instruments can you two play? I know that you play quite a few.
I actually play all of them.
You play all of them?
Max is basically the band. I don't actually exist.
Right.
Esme does a lot of vocals and bass
Sounds
guitar.
like a typical brother.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in fairness, I play the guitar and I do the percussion.
You sound like a real nice
And
guy.
doing the singing. Esme does the bass and singing and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. So how many can you actually play, both of you?
Well, I play bass. Max plays guitar, piano,
Bass.
whatever. That counts as one.
Sing.
Doesn't count as does singing count as an instrument?
Maybe.
Sure.
Voice is an instrument, right?
I think your voice is an instrument, so it's bass, singing, guitar, piano. Paul.
Yeah. Drums as well. I play percussion at the moment when we're playing live on the street.
That's really cool. You guys are so talented. It's ridiculous. I have no musical ability whatsoever.
I don't know anything.
No,
So
you do
really
not. She does love the band. She writes all the songs. I just get up and play the guitar and she does the singing.
No, we both write.
Well, I was going to ask you if it was difficult sort of collaborating all the time, being siblings, if there were ever any arguments, but I think you sort of answered that question for me already, so.
A giant yes. There are. Sometimes it's fine, and sometimes, you know, you have your own vision, and because you're brother and sister, there's no filter. You know, you just say, well, I think this, and then it's, well, I think this, and you're wrong, and then you storm out, and then you realize that actually that doesn't solve anything. So
both turn into 12-year-olds when you're around each other.
Oh yeah, we're like children. Well, we are children. Listen to the first half of this interview, and then you'll see that you're a child. Yeah.
Basically, I can say things and Esme bites, and then when she bites, it's like, ooh. But not too much serious.
Sounds like me and my brother. Yeah. When you have a sibling, they know which buttons to push. So.
Yeah, I don't push buttons. So I'm nice.
Sorry, Paula, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say you've only been collaborating for 4 years together. So what made you decide after that collaboration to just become a professional duo?
Max needed a lot of help writing songs.
That's actually true. No, that is true.
Max needed help.
Don't ever let me write a song.
Little sister.
Don't ever let me write a song of my own, because everything sounds like the music to Good Morning Television.
Oh yeah.
So basically, what happened was we wrote this song. Someone said it sounded amazing. We recorded it.
Can I just stop there, because there's a crucial point which answers Paula's question. Is that someone said, whilst we were writing it, there were a lot of harmonies, and they said that the hair on their arm, when they had the harmonies, like stood on end, because it was so unique. There was like a blend of the vocals. There was a blend of the vocals, and because that was unique, they said, you know, you should do this and carry on. So we started writing more songs.
Maybe I should have interviewed the two of you separately.
We could have gone on separate computers. It was going to be really cool. I could do Max's Soapbox, and then
yeah. Okay, let me backtrack for a second. What made you decide to collaborate after all those years on a song? Was it just spontaneous?
Max was a solo artist.
It was completely by chance. It
and
wasn't designed. We didn't really know.
Well, no. You were a solo artist, and Max used to send me songs, and I'd make changes and say, okay, well, I think the verse could be like this, or the chorus needs to do this, and then we started writing songs together. I think about a year before I'd gone through a breakup, and Max wanted to write a song with me about it, and then you started playing that live, and then we were literally writing another song, and I hadn't really sung solo before. Like, I'd sung in choirs, but it's totally different because you can kind of hide behind everyone else. And yeah, it was this song where they were kind of weaving harmonies, and then someone saying how unique they thought it sounded made us think, okay, well, maybe we should write some more songs with that kind of built into them. And then we kind of got into a groove of what our songwriting together was like, and that kind of gave birth to loads of songs. So that's why we did it.
And your first song was Bricks.
Our first song was Bricks. That's the one. That was the one that
Bricks was the one that we basically were told was the great song. And I think for us it was a case of, okay, well, let's see what people say about, you know, other songs too. And then it sort of built from there. The general feedback was really good. And
we started performing. And then
we started performing, and it just, there were a lot of green lights that basically led us to continue. And you know, I think for me personally, I didn't really want to do the solo thing anymore, and I was getting to a point where I was ready to kind of work with a band or something along these levels. And when Esme basically said to me, you know what, well, actually I said to her, let's do this. Let's actually set this up.
By all means, take credit. So
I need you. Is what he said. No, he did say, you've written this song.
Yeah,
you should sing it.
Well, yeah, because.
And then he made me go into a recording studio with him and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of gentle coaxing.
No, it was, you're gonna do this.
Well, you're gonna do it. No, I didn't. It wasn't like slave driving.
No, but there is something, I think, that when someone you're close with wants you to do something for your own good and theirs. So for me, him was a real big driver. I'd seen him do it for a year, and he said, I really need to record this song. I really need to do this. And when someone close to you says, I need you to do this, you just man up and you do it.
Or woman up, in your case.
I woman up. I womaned up.
I prefer
and that's probably what made me do it. But then,
woman up.
You're ruining my point.
No. I think you've made your point.
I'm then moving on.
Oh, what are we going on to now?
See, he judges me all the time.
Yeah, I know. I can tell.
Not that
no, but that, I think once we'd done that, it then started to just flow a bit more naturally and became something that I really wanted to do as well. And it's been a journey and a half, but I'm so glad we did it.
Yeah.
Happy accident.
It's like you said that they're getting green lights everywhere. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the universe was sort of on your side, it seemed like. So.
Yeah. And it feels like that. That's why we're still going. You just never know what's going to happen. So.
Yeah. Okay, so you've only been in the States for like a year, is that correct?
Yeah, we've been back and forth from London, but we have had visas since last July.
Yeah.
And we just got an extension on our visa, so we have until next June, which is cool.
So had you been here to visit at all before you moved here?
Yeah, we've been to visit a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we came.
It's really cool. We actually came
2013 in November. Well, it was the end of October, and we just came over to check it out and then see what people thought. So we didn't really do anything because you're not allowed before you get a visa to do anything. So
but we had some meetings.
We met with some people and said hello and played them songs that we'd done in England.
Mm-hmm. So you just sort of came over here and tested the waters.
Exactly.
Yeah, and also saw what the music scene was like in LA, saw what it was like in New York, and we didn't know whether we could get visas, and then we applied and got them.
Yeah,
so that was another green light. So yeah, we met some great people, and they've let us stay with them, which is amazing because a life musician, you can't. We can't really afford rent because we're not allowed to work doing anything else other than music on our visa.
Because that's
So we play on the street a lot to make money because we can make money doing that legally. But yeah, we stay with a couple of families up and down the coast, and
well, it's nice that you can meet people who are willing to do that. So
we've been so lucky. Like, it's been great. They're very kind people.
So what made you decide to pursue your career in the United States?
We were playing a lot in Europe and met so many Americans who kept telling us that for our style of music and for the songs that we were writing, that we should really just go to California. I don't know what it was, but we met something like 25, 30 people. And then we started meeting people who said, if you come over, you can stay with us for a bit.
Yeah.
And so, then it becomes affordable, and then you think, okay, if we can earn money for the flights, let's go. And then we did, and then things just developed from there. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
So is there any place or particular activity that you want to do here that you haven't gotten to do yet?
Music related or unmusic related?
Anything.
What do you think? I've got my own bar. Let you speak for a little bit.
Yeah, cool. Well, is it my turn?
Rewatch the beginning of the video.
So
Rewatch.
I'm only joking.
You're a big bully. There we go. Yeah, go on.
No, it's fine. You tell
No,
them.
really, I've just been talking for the last 2 minutes.
I didn't really have anything. I think that I feel. I mean, there's a lot of places that I'd love to see. I'd love to be able to see Nashville.
yeah.
I'd love to be able to do some writing out there and see what it's all about. I think I'd love to be able to see Santa Fe, some of the, sites there. But I mean, I don't know. Apart from that, I mean, I'd love to go back to New York too. And to see New York, and to get back out there and live that again. That was great. But I mean, California is pretty awesome where we are. The weather's great, and we get to play on the street stuff and meet lots of people. And it feels for now that it's very LA centric in terms of the music scene. I think music comes out of Nashville, LA, and New York. So we're definitely in one of the places that we should be, as it were, for what we're doing right now at the level that we're at. Right at the start.
Yeah. But I mean, one of the best things about performing anyway is playing in so many different places, because you see so many different places, you meet so many different people, and there are just so many places I'd love to play. Like, I really want to go to Chicago. I'd love to play some shows there. Yeah, definitely East Coast, West Coast, everywhere. It's just such a vast country. I mean, we're from England, and everything from like the road size, just the lane width is just smaller. And you can, driving from London to Glasgow is 9 hours, which is from from San Diego to San Francisco, and that's just a bit of California. So there's just so much more to see. Yeah, I'd want to play some shows.
Try turning your volume down just a little bit. I'm getting an echo.
Oh, are you getting an echo from?
Because Max turned the volume up.
I turned up because I couldn't hear.
Yeah, sometimes when the other person has their volume up too loud, it causes an echo. I don't know why. This was a troubleshooting thing I worked out a long time ago. So
is that any better, Paula?
Yeah, I think so, because I was hearing my own voice in my ears. It was a little distracting.
Yeah, no, that's you should be using headphones too. With us,
that's better. Okay, so before you left, both of you had pretty stable jobs, it sounded like, in finance and marketing. So was it difficult to just sort of leave that stability?
Have you ever worked in finance? I know that.
No.
No, I mean, the hours are interesting, because what I was working in, it was
you just cut out again.
Oh,
can you hear us now?
I can hear you now. Yeah, you cut out for a second and it went black.
Oh, can you still hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you and see you now.
Okay. You just shout if we go out of. If you can't hear us, just tell us. But I was going to say the hours are quite hard, because you need to, if you're working on the markets, then you need to get into the office for sort of 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then you often won't leave until 6. So it's a really early start, and a lot of my friends were working in other jobs, so I wouldn't really be able to see them on the weeknights. And then by the time it got to the weekend, it was pretty. I was pretty tired, so it was a really good education and stuff. But actually, it wasn't too hard to leave that lifestyle. The salary was good though.
I find I had a different experience. It was hard to leave because you have stability, but I left my marketing job because I was really unhappy because I needed to do something creative, and it's just in my blood, and I kind of suppressed it for quite a while because of all the feelings of what you should do, and stability comes into that a lot, but it was affecting my emotional state a bit too much, and so I thought I wanted to do advertising because that for me was a good medium of being creative, but still with a salary. And but then we started writing songs together in the middle of it, and there was just this whole part of me that became so kind of satisfied that I couldn't get doing anything else. And so yeah, the stability went, but the highs of that kind of compensate. And there, we both did some private tutoring and teaching and stuff. So you can earn a bit of money, but you do end up living with your parents still, and you make your sacrifices, and
you have to do what you have to do, though. I mean,
and I guess on a daily basis, you're constantly thinking, well, does this life outweigh what I used to have? And it does for a lot of reasons. I probably can't keep doing it forever at this stage. Like, things need to progress so we can start earning money from our music, other than playing on the street, because you have to. But hopefully that'll start happening soon. So yeah.
So has your background in finance and marketing, has it helped you sort of navigate aspects of the music career?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely seeing the business side and being aware of the business side, being aware of all the things you have to do to market yourself. It always starts with the song, and it always is reliant upon your performance. So those are always going to be the most important things, but there's so much other stuff that you have to do.
I'd say the work ethic is really important, and the one thing that when you have a job where you're being paid money to go and perform a task to the best of your abilities, it really instills it. The harder you work, the more successful you typically are at your job. And the one thing that I took from what I was doing in the city, and I think Esme took from what the upbringing that she had, and going to various schools and universities and stuff, is that you've just got to basically work your absolute hardest. You've got to put in 110% no matter what you do in order to try and make it work. And you see how competitive it is in the world right now, and it's a struggle to get jobs back at home, or at least it was when we both came out of university. Not for me so much, because I came out just before the crash.
Oh, but I came out just after it, and it took a while to get a job, and it was
So but it's so competitive, so that's what it taught us. It taught us be really, really as good as you can be, and give absolutely everything you have, because otherwise someone else will do it better than you.
Well, and even though music's subjective, giving that, you will know that you always gave it everything, so you have no regrets. And that's, for me anyway, I don't want to live with regrets, because this music that we make, it means so much to me that if I look back in 10 years time, because it never took off, I would think, well, you could have written more, should have rehearsed more, you should have done this, you should have done that. And I don't want to look back.
But that's not going to happen, because we're going to look back and be like, woohoo, yay, we worked so hard, now we've made it, yay, now we can tell all the magazines, you've got to work 110%, and you've got to do everything.
Hopefully it pays
off. You've got to be really lucky too.
That's
in the right place at the right time, all those kind of things.
For sure.
Well, Esme, I read that you're thinking about sketching some album art.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
It's funny, so when I was at school, I did music until I was 16, and I sang in choirs until I was 18, but art was always kind of my main focus. So I did a lot of painting, did a lot of drawing, did a little bit of sculpture, but not that much. And then yeah, I kind of stopped doing it for a couple of years, and I've picked it up again, and it's really nice to be able to kind of take the songs and have all the visuals in my head and see what comes out. So that's always fun, and you always need album artwork.
It's another reason why I thought Esme should come into the band, was because she could actually use it. When I try and draw, you see, I end up with always stick men and a tree next to a house.
Right.
Esme draws, I don't know if you've got any album artwork to hand. She draws stuff and it just looks good, whereas when I try and draw stuff, it doesn't look good. So that's another reason why she came into the band, apart from just playing the bass and singing and writing all the songs.
I can't draw either, so.
It's a nightmare. It makes life so much more difficult because it means you have to ask someone else if they can do it for you, because you know what I guess it's kind of similar to being a writer or being a musician or whatever, and you have your thing, and you can express yourself via that medium, whether it's painting or drawing, sculpture, the creation of music, the writing of prose or poetry, even direction of films. But if you can't, if you can't express yourself in that way, it becomes harder. But Esme is definitely great at the artwork.
Yeah. So do you have any on hand that you can show us?
I don't have any on hand. It might be upstairs.
Let me see if I can find some pictures. Go on, why are you? Right, Esme's very athletic, so she'll probably cartwheel up the stairs.
It'll take me ages.
You can take the standard stair lift.
I'm trying to see if I've got anything on Instagram. Maybe I've got something on Instagram.
I'm sure.
I'm trying to do some designs for. This is another thing that comes into music is, what are you gonna have on your merchandise, or what are your logos gonna look like? So just doing a few sketches for ideas and pattern design, and I've got this staircase that I did. Can you see that?
Yes, I saw that on your Instagram page. Yeah, I did run across that. I love
staircases.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. They're not that easy to draw. Those are things that you have to sit with, because even if you do a quick sketch. Oh, can you?
No, okay. You're good now. It just lasted for a second.
Let's see if I've got anything. Yeah, it's there's always a need, whether it's your merchandise, your website, your logos, everything.
This part's really sunny, by the way. I might have to move over. She's going to get upset with me, but we can... Why don't we do this? What's this? Oh, no. Move back over, otherwise they won't be able to see you. And you're good looking.
You really look at being mean, don't you?
That wasn't even me.
He's being extra nice now.
She just hotted me up a bit.
Do you have a brother or a sister?
I have a little brother.
Oh, that kid's watching.
Or a younger brother. He's not little anymore. He's a younger brother, but yeah. So this is very familiar.
Say that again, sorry?
I said this is very familiar because I have a younger brother, so yeah.
Okay, right.
This is a sketch of London. Can you see that?
Yeah. Is that on your Instagram page too?
That's on my personal page.
Oh, okay.
I've just got a couple of things up there. I'll post more.
Okay.
I should just check. What's the, is this a PG-13 or is it like a U or an E for everyone, chat? I don't know what the rating is.
Well, I guess it's E for everyone.
Okay.
Max just wants to make sure that if he accidentally swears, that it's not the end of the world.
I just have to be really careful. I
don't think there's a trap door that's gonna like suck you up or anything like that. So I think you're good either way.
Can be dangerous.
Yeah. So I noticed that you handmade some CDs. Did you design the logo for that, for the stamp for that?
We didn't design the logo. No, actually, one of our very first fans designed our logo, which is awesome, and we love it. And we've used it ever since. It's been like 4 years, but he hand drew it out, so it's totally kind of unique. It's not a font. It's the Lock font, which is cool. And then we decided that we wanted to hand stamp them, and we got a sticker printed on the back, and just to give something that felt like it was handmade.
Yeah. Well, they looked really neat, so I had wondered if you had designed them yourself, had designed the logo yourself, but
oh no, unfortunately not. I wish I had.
Yeah.
But it was a fan of ours. He's really cool, actually. Really cool guy.
Yeah.
We briefed him.
So I wondered, from looking at your Instagram page, if you were into fashion too, because it seemed like you had a very keen sense of style, Esme.
Yeah. Well, one, thank you. I
don't have any interest.
Not that you don't. It just seemed like,
you just play all the instruments.
Esme has to dress me as well as tell me what the songs are about. When I get up in the morning, she says, "Are you going to wear that terrible outfit? Because I don't want you to wear it."
I do sometimes have to force him to change. We actually really embarrassingly bought the same pair of cowboy boots in a different color.
I think it's amazing.
These are them, but he has them in dark brown. And when sometimes we both walk out the house and we're wearing them, and it's like Mum dressed us. She's like, "Oh yeah, you guys are going both have." No,
that's cool when you're 4.
Not when you're much older than 4.
Yeah.
But yes, I do have a keen sense of style, I guess. I love hats. I love wearing hats. And I love
anything that covers up as much of her head as possible is good. So we get the sort of heavy brimmed hats.
There's definitely some women that had really cool style that I kind of really
like. Yeah.
It's kind of a cross between Stevie Nicks and Sophia Loren. Yeah. That's how I place it. I just think they just looked awesome and beautiful and womanly, which is really cool. Loved it. Yeah. Max also has a strong sense of style, as you can see from the style.
Yeah, I didn't imply that he didn't have a strong sense of style, but this is kind of a, female thing, so.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Joking. JK.
The weird thing about style is how much it changes, because Max, that I'd had it for 10 years, he didn't seem to care. But I think that's kind of amazing. That you can just, you can find stuff. I also wear a top that my mum bought me when I was 14. I really didn't like. As in, I never wore it. I just stuffed it in the bottom of my drawer, and now I wear it all the time because I think it's great, and I actually look for shirts that are like that.
Yeah.
And how your sense of what you want to wear changes so much over the years. So it's nice holding. Always keep stuff. Don't throw it away, unless you're giving it to charity, in which case that's fair enough. But hold on to your stuff.
Yeah, because you never know when you're going to use it again. So.
Mhm. And I grew up basically wearing hand-me-downs of Max's until I was about 10. I did. As a kid, that's what I got.
Not only my clothes. That sounds
your clothes, Hugo's clothes, Rick's clothes, all my cousins and Max. They just recycled clothes. So I was wearing huge jumpers until I was about 10.
Which would have now been really cool.
Yeah.
That would have been considered really cool.
I don't know.
You would have been able to stock Urban Outfitters with all your clothes.
Yeah.
They were really cool jumpers, but yeah. We say jumper, you guys say sweater.
Sweater.
Max went into Target looking for a jumper the other day, and they didn't know
what he was talking about.
No, but they did, because I said, have you got any sweaters?
In his best American accent.
You guys got any sweaters?
Is that a character from the film?
Yeah, Napoli. Have you seen Napoleon Dynamite?
Yes, yeah.
One of my favorite films ever.
Yeah.
That and the Royal Tenenbaums. Anyway, I digress.
Sorry, we have digressed.
That's okay. So are you still working on a studio album?
Yes, we're about to start arrangements for it in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're really excited about that because we've been trying to find our studio sound for a really long time. We have some stuff on iTunes already, but I don't know. We've been since getting to America, we really honed our latest songs and we honed our sound as just a duo. So live we play with Max is on the acoustic guitar, I'm on the bass, then we have 2 vocals, and then Max plays like a kick drum and a tambourine on his feet, plural.
May I interject?
No. Yeah.
What I think the thing is, we do have music online, but modern reliable you'll set beats them down, you'll put a pair of headphones on, and you'll play each instrument at that speed, and then you'll lay things over, and then use crescendos, and you know, you'll use all the processing equipment to make the record. And I think what Esme was saying there about honing our live sound.
Will you interrupt me? I can finish.
I was helping you get to the point.
No, I haven't finished.
Yeah, I was helping you. Oh, now you're making me up. Anyway, look, basically what we're saying.
Basically, we really liked what we did live. We found that when we recorded, that didn't come across as much. And when we've been playing on the street, the reaction's been really, really great. And so we wanted to try and capture that as much as we can. And so we think we're going to try and do the album live.
Yeah.
With musicians.
Yeah.
And sort of almost try and do the whole thing live if we can, with no overdubs.
Yeah.
Which could be tough just in terms of the separation, especially with vocals. Especially if you're laying drums. And unless you're in separate vocal booths, then I'm not sure if you lose. It's something we've got to work out, but we're in pre-production at the moment.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
You had a song a couple of years ago that won. It was Muscles and Bones, and it won first place in the adult contemporary category of the International Songwriting Competition. So did that help you out with your career?
Yeah, really helped us get visas. Nationally renowned award, and so that's a component that goes into whether you can get a visa or not. And we're not a huge band, so for us that was really really important.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
Well, I wanted to touch on your song "Filtered." Yeah, it's really relevant for today. So why was it important for you to do a song about the monster that is social media?
Well, I feel no, it's not. It's it came out of Max and I wanted to write about things that are very real to us,
relevant to our lives,
and relevant to our lives and others around us. And so Filtered came out of kind of days where Max and I would both separately find that we spent kind of 2 hours on Instagram, or an hour or half an hour, and you kind of don't realize how long you're on it, and you're looking at other people's lives and you're posting up things about yourself as well, and it's kind of awesome because you can be part of this community and there's loads of great things about it and you can stay in touch with people, but then there's also an element of pressure to post the best bits, and I post the positive bits, and I probably don't really post the crap days that I'm having.
Yeah.
I post the crap days.
But it's a song about just being aware of that, because when we were kids, we didn't have that. It's not actually been until probably the last 5 years. And, when I was 15, 16, I can't imagine what going through high school, as you guys would call it, would be like with that. I'd find it really hard because I didn't look like a lot of kids who have filters.
Probably because you were wearing my clothes.
Probably because I was wearing his clothes. No, but then there's people of, I guess, things are more posed, things are more designed. There's filters that change the vibe of photos, and there's all these things with our fingertips. And I guess it's just a song both celebrating it and talking about the other bits of how it makes you feel. So Max sings the line, "Take me back to a place when we were younger, when we didn't feel all the pressure that we're under," because there is a pressure to it. But then there's also kind of the chorus is slightly uplifting too, because you're all part of it and you're all kind of living with each other. So yeah, it is relevant. I think that's why we wanted to write about it. And something that's both very real to us. And answering your question from earlier, other things that you need to do as a musician, being in touch with your fans and letting people know what you're doing is a really important part of it. But yeah, I guess we don't really post the times when we're really struggling or down.
No, but you'll get to see some of the arguments on this interview.
Yeah.
It's
Permanently
all
on YouTube.
Oh no! Mum will be so proud of us.
Not of me. I'll be disowned. And then, yeah.
It's so funny. Well, we've made it 4 years as a band, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, you haven't killed each other yet, so I think that's pretty good.
We don't really argue. Sometimes Esme talks over me. We did an interview back in the Sunset Marquee where she just shut me down every 2 seconds.
Look. No, I was doing what you said.
Look.
Which was incorrect. Okay, I'm just not going to argue. I wasn't even arguing. I was just helping you get your point out.
Yeah, you were what's the word? Facilitating.
Yeah.
She's a facilitator.
I struggle to say that word.
Facilitator.
I'm dyslexic, so I sometimes find things a bit.
I'm going to go on an American speaking course soon to learn how to speak more like an American so people understand me when we say stuff at the Pier 39 or on the stage in the LA.
People do think we're Australian, actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Which is funny.
Yeah, because we're not from Australia or New Zealand. We're from London.
But I think we've maybe picked up a bit of an American twang, so when they're mixed together,
you end up
maybe they sound Australian.
G'day, mate. How's it going? You alright?
Wait, you try to speak with a southern accent. I don't know what that would come out as. So.
Oh, a southern.
I don't.
Oh, no, that's Australian. That is Australian.
I don't.
Y'all.
How y'all
doing?
We can't do that accent. That's never gonna happen.
Well, see, I've always wanted to do a British accent, but I've never been able to pull it off. It just doesn't.
Oh, really?
It just doesn't sound good. Do I want to try it? Yes, I'll try it. Yeah, it's gonna sound stupid, but I'll try it. Give me something to say.
Say London.
Say London. London.
London.
That's good.
That's not that bad.
That sounds like when Kevin.
We say it again.
London.
London. Could you say a cup of hot water?
A cup of hot water. See, it's not good.
Water.
No, you nailed it.
I think we have a friend in LA who always mocks us for saying water, and it is a really different word for Americans and English people.
Yeah, because you skip over the T, whereas we pronounce it. So when he
it's also water, not water.
Like water. And so when he does it, so we have a phrase apparently where we talk about having a cup of hot water.
Hot water.
Hot water.
Hot water.
I don't know that we say it like that. But
I don't say it like that, but whatever.
I probably do.
Wearing my scarf, my fashion I'm accessorizing right now.
Yeah, that's your
skulls.
Well, I know that I'm asking for trouble here, but I have a few sort of fun sibling type questions. So this may cause a fight, and I may regret it, but I'm going to go ahead and go forward with it.
I think it'll be okay, Paula. We'll try and behave ourselves for you.
Okay. Okay, so who takes the longest to get ready for a gig?
Me.
Always late. And I had to have a talk with him 3 weeks ago.
Do you know why I'm late? It's because I try on No, but hang on. The reason why I'm late is that I'll put something on and Esme says, no. Don't wear that. No, I'm wearing this cowboy boot. No.
I've said that to you once. the real reason that he's late is, say we're leaving the house, say 3:30.
Say that again so that people can understand.
Say, for example, if we're leaving the house at 3:30, at 3:25, you'll hear the shower start running in his room, and he's in the shower 5 minutes before we leave.
It's so that I can have a 2-minute shower because there's a drought in California.
But if you had it 15 minutes before, you'd have 12 minutes to get.
I like to wait
minutes to
right
get
until
ready.
the minute I leave the door so that I'm super fresh.
I don't know. He's always late, therefore I think he takes the longest to get ready.
It's not, but the main reason, actually, Paula, to be honest with you, to tell you the absolute 100% truth, because I would never lie about this, is that Esme will send me a list of what clothes I am and I'm not allowed to wear. And then when I come downstairs, if I'm wearing the wrong thing, she sends me back.
Not even a funny
She sends me back to the room and says, "Off you trot." Sometimes she doesn't even like send me the list, and if I come out wearing the wrong thing, she
You
says,
always
"What are
wear
you
the
doing?"
same thing. I couldn't write a list if I tried because every shirt is white or black.
I do have a lot of the similar clothes, but I don't go shopping, and that's why. Because then I just put my clothes on that I own, and I only have 5.
So basically, despite the small amount of choice that he has,
That's why I shower.
he takes longer.
She just doesn't shower. She just
Okay, let's move on from this conversation.
There you go. Your sibling
I'm
answer.
sorry that you had to sit through that.
Next question. Who spends the most time on social media?
I don't know. I try not to. I do a lot of the Snapchatting because I'm just more keen to take footage of Esme because she's the better looking person in the band.
No, the thing is with Snapchat is that only one of us can really be logged on at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you can't have 2 devices logged on, and often we don't have Wi-Fi to post the Snapchat. And so if I log on, it deletes all the snaps that he's waiting to upload. So we kind of just stick with one.
I use, I don't know
who spends more time.
Maybe half an hour a day at the moment, probably.
That's not really that much at all, really.
I use social media now often to it's a way of reading the news. Because if I go on my Facebook feed, I follow a lot of news feeds as well, and then you can see what everyone's saying about it, and you get a really balanced kind of differing opinions. So
depending on who your friends are.
Yeah. So my friends are I get a real mix of stuff. So yeah. I think I probably. Yeah.
Well, if you're on news feeds, like news organizations and stuff, you probably do, because if you're reading everyone's opinion, then that eats up quite a bit of time. So
it's so interesting.
I find the news really depressing at the moment.
Well, it's depressing, but it's interesting.
I just follow Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner.
Did watch my.
I am Kate.
I saw the trailer. That's how I saw the trailer.
How do you spell
on
it?
Facebook.
C-A-I-T.
C-A-I-T. Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry.
It's okay. Who's the best cook?
Actually, he's probably the best one at making alcoholic beverages.
I'm a mixologist. It's different. It's not making alcoholic beverages. It's a mixologist.
I will quite happily let you make drinks.
I also chefed the other night. I created a masterpiece for dinner, consisting of. I went to the shops and I spent $40, which was a lot of money, on food.
You're cooking for loads of people there.
Yeah, and I bought chicken, and I bought limes and coriander and garlic, and I crushed the garlic, mixed it with salt and pepper, and basically used the knife where you kind of smooth it into a paste. Mm-hmm. Then I diced coriander and lime juice, and I put it together to form a marinade for the chicken, which I then barbecued, and then I prepared sliced potatoes with olive oil and garlic, and then put them on the barbecue as well. And then Esme helped me prepare a frisee salad with sliced tomatoes, heirlooms obviously, and then a couple of other things. So I'd say, probably it's a lot of fun.
He cooks more.
I cook more, definitely. She does the art and the creation of the music, and I just cook for her to keep her going.
Really cook me. I'm really sorry.
I just make her
You really cook.
She's said, go make me porridge. Go make me porridge.
I don't rely on
Go
that.
make some protein.
Actually, I've discovered if you put spinach, pesto, 3 mixed cheese, and chicken in a quesadilla,
Next what?
it's amazing.
Cheeses. 3 mixed cheeses.
3 mixed cheese, that's what it's called.
What's 3 mixed cheese?
It's really good. I recommend doing it.
I think that's an American thing. Do you mean the Mexican blend of cheeses?
Yeah, 3 mixed, 3 cheeses.
Oh.
Max can't handle that. It's too much for that little
Just
brain.
mozzarella.
Anyway.
3 cheeses.
It's very good cheese.
Okay,
It'd probably be
next
really good in
question.
toast.
Who is the biggest partier?
Oh, we don't go out. Esme used to stay up until 6 in the morning. 9 in the morning. Back in her university days, apparently. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Post university.
I don't really go.
I don't
We
know.
don't really have much time to go out at the moment. We stay out after gigs, but that's only until like 2 or 3. I don't know. That's
You're
not.
making it sound really cool. Who's the
Are we
bigger
meant to be
partier?
cool?
I don't know who the bigger party is. I'm gonna go with me.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go out more.
Arty, creationist.
Why are we putting checkpoints on things?
Because you're more of those attributes than I'm not, I guess.
That's not.
I would like to go out more. That's okay. New Year's resolutions for December when it comes around.
Okay.
Okay. Well, okay, so who eats the most candy?
That's me. Candy eater. I can add that to my list of attributes. Yeah, I love. I actually call them sweets. That's what we call them in England. Sweets and chocolate. Lots of dark chocolate.
Yeah.
I also eat milk chocolate.
I noticed a lot of pictures of candy on your Instagram page, so I kind of figured that you ate more than Max did. So
I have a real sweet tooth. It's really bad.
Yeah.
I just I eat it every day, and I try and diet, but if I'm dieting, I'd much rather cut out carbs and stuff like that than cut out. I can't cut out chocolate, basically. I can't diet. This doesn't work.
Well, you don't look like you need to, so I don't think that you have anything to worry about.
No, I'm careful with what I eat, but I can't cut that out.
Yeah.
Can't do it. I cut out fizzy drinks though. Soda.
Yeah. Fizzy drinks. Yeah. Okay, so who is the most outgoing?
This challenging thing right here.
Yeah.
Could you tell?
Yeah, just a little.
Outgoing.
Someone's got to, well, I guess the thing is that my general take on life was that when I was younger, I took everything pretty seriously. And, when I was, back when I was 10 years old and doing all those things and stuff, and I guess I reached a point where I stopped caring and I just didn't care so much anymore. And, questions. Yeah, main. That's it. About. I did lose. Well, because,
So you cared less.
Yeah, and I think you just get to that point where you think, it's cool. Just gonna do what I want. Obviously, not to the detriment of others, but just go for it and just be whoever I want to be, or I am, etc. Yeah. So I was probably more outgoing, but I'm hoping to bring Esme further out of her shell, to the point where she can really dominate all situations.
He brought me out of my shell a lot. I used to be really shy. Really shy.
Yeah.
Before, and I hadn't really sung in front of people solo before until that song, and Max got me into a studio and then got me performing and kind of not pushed me but encouraged me to do it. And I think one thing you've always said to me was, why do you care what people think? You've got to stop caring because you just got to be yourself.
Or care less. Or not care at all.
Well, just care less and be yourself and don't let things, hold you
'Cause
inside.
You see, there's always people. Whenever I watch these YouTube clips that we send around to to each other and say, "Oh, look at this video." There's always lots of comments, and people will always say things that
You're always going to be judged.
you're always going to have someone who's hating on you. This is an American term that I've learned.
Right, exactly.
Don't listen to the haters. Don't listen to the hate. People gonna hate.
On the line of your
Yeah.
What was your train of thought?
But just generally.
Yeah. You're always going to have people that judge you.
Judge you, yeah. So
And
then
so
just
you kind of just got to be true to yourself.
yeah, just go out there and just have a laugh.
That's
who cares? At the end
really
of the day.
great advice.
Sorry?
It's really great advice.
Great advice, Max.
Thank you.
That's the one way he's been a great older brother.
Yeah.
Literally the only one, but it's been great.
I only really have two qualities, which is one, creating the food, so there's making carry on doing the jobs, and the other one is making sure that she doesn't listen to the haters.
Yeah.
You're useless at everything else.
Everything else, waste of time.
Yeah.
Okay, so who gets the most fan attention?
Oh
Who
gosh.
gets the most what?
Fan
Fan
attention.
attention.
Female
Fan
Fan attention.
fan attention.
I don't know.
That's a really good question. I think everything is done as we don't just get one person saying, "Oh, I really like you," and "I really like you," because most people, when they meet us, they meet the two of us. So it's kind of everything is received as a duo. But hopefully that will change.
I'd be interested to know, but I don't know. I haven't noticed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Give it time. I'm sure there's going to be like something, differentiating the two of you. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, we just lose all independence. Oh. Yeah. No, that's
Okay, so who gets the most starstruck?
I can't speak when I meet a celebrity.
Yeah,
I bumped into.
And I noticed you met McDreamy, so.
Oh yeah, and I just went. I couldn't speak. It was so embarrassing. And I bumped into David Beckham, and Max said to me, why didn't you say something to him? It would have been so simple. I literally just went. My friend.
No.
Max is super cool.
No, but
whatever. We're all just people.
We're all just people at the end of the day. We all have to, do the general. Have you ever read US Weekly? They've got a page in there called like Celebrities Just Like You, and there's pictures of people filling up their cars and stuff at the gas station. They do it. I do it. You never know. You might see them at the Shell garage.
But when, the thing with McDreamy is that I watched Grey's Anatomy a lot, and so I'd had this whole character in my head and was just slightly overwhelmed, and then you kind of realise that they're not the brain surgeon that you thought they were.
You weren't overwhelmed by Steven Tyler, though, were you?
I didn't meet him.
Yeah, but when he walked past you and stuff, you weren't like...
I think I went, that's Steven Tyler. In fact, that's exactly what I did.
So when we go to these Grammy parties eventually, Esme's just going to be there going, "Oh my God, can I say next to you?"
I wouldn't be able to even say anything.
Yeah, that'll be funny.
Oh no,
I'd love that.
You'll get out of that though. I have a feeling.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so did you guys want to sing a little something before we go?
Oh yeah, sure, we can. Do you have your guitar?
I'll be
Next
back.
to play all the instruments.
I don't think all the instruments ready.
Okay.
You told me everything I know. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Play, by the way, just so I know what to bring.
It doesn't matter. Just it's your choice. Whatever you want to play.
Okay, I'm gonna have a think whilst he's getting his guitar.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite song of ones we've played?
You know, I think my favorite is Holding On.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. That's my favorite one to sing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's actually, yeah, it's a really special song for us, for me in particular. But it's a love song in that it's a song about being there for someone that you really care about.
Yeah.
And you're holding on for them to get through something. But originally it came from the voice of the person singing was our mother.
Yeah.
Kind of watching over me, and I'd gone through a pretty bad breakup, and I was a bit lost, and it's really the voice of her. So yeah, and I'm really glad you like that song.
Yeah, I do like that song.
We could play that, or we could play a new song that isn't online.
Ooh, yeah, I think that you should do that. I think that you should play the new song. Yeah.
There's a couple written about because
you just cut out again.
Used to. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I can hear you now. I just did it for a minute.
Okay. Hang on, Max is here. We're gonna play a new song. So I thought maybe we should play Let's Drive.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
not online.
Yeah. Yeah, we can try.
Yeah. Oh God. Do you want to stand up?
Well, I don't know if I can because I don't have a strap.
Okay. Yeah, should we play Let's Drive?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we still have another 2 videos going up over the next kind of couple of months from the Days Room sessions that we've been doing. So we won't play one of those because they'll be coming. But we're going to play a song called Rest Your Eyes on Me.
Okay.
And this is a song about taking a minute to see the people who are right in front of you, because you find that life is so hectic and busy, and you're either on your phone or you're going somewhere, and you're constantly looking at a screen, and sometimes you've got to focus on the person in front of you. So.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Can you hear that? Like.
Yeah.
Is that too loud?
Can you do it not on the plastic?
Yeah, I just wonder if then you won't hear the sound of it. How about I do it on the wood? Back here. Is that?
I can move over here. Oh wow, this is bright.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I see what you mean, man. Okay. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
Standing on what I see, and I won't let you go, won't let you out of my mind. I want you to begin now and just come back. I try to slow it down, but I really can't help it. Take a minute now, take a minute now, baby. So let your eyes rest on me, oh yeah. No delusion, everything is on tomorrow. So take my feel and sip it to a hit on a rock. And I won't let you go, won't let you out of my sight. I want everything now, I'll just come back. Try to slow it down, but I really can't help it. Take a minute now, take a minute now. Oh, so let your eyes rest on me. oh, no, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. See what I see. Oh, oh, no, no, no. Rest your eyes on me. Rest your eyes on me. On me. I want everything now, just can't wait. Try to slow it down, but I really can't help it. No, 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 no. So let your eyes rest on me. No, 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 on me. See what I see. Oh, oh, oh.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
I kept, every time I saw like a review of your music, I kept running across the word bewitching. And I think that's an accurate way of describing your music. So
Oh, well, thank you.
that and I think enchanting works too. So
Yes, that.
yeah. So remind us where people can purchase your music.
So we have some music on iTunes. That song "Muscles and Bones" is on iTunes, and we are also on Spotify if you want to stream it there. We have our newer songs are on YouTube. The Live at Dave's Room sessions. We have a couple of other videos there, but basically all the links are on the website, which is thelightmusic.com. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I wanted to add a few things here. You guys have just become verified on Spotify and Facebook, so congratulations for that. And Esme, your birthday is tomorrow, right?
It is tomorrow.
Yeah, so happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Well, do you guys have anything you would like to add before we go?
No, just really thank you for having us.
Yeah,
thank you for coming on. I'm sorry about all the technical issues, but you know that.
We're really sorry, but so glad it figured itself out. So.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you guys can come back sometime. So.
Awesome. Yeah, we hope so too. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Well, I would wish you luck, but I don't think that you're going to need it. So.
Oh.
Thank you very much. It's very kind.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night, and you have a good birthday tomorrow, Esme.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paula.
All
right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.